Hi, as discussed earlier, this transaction will now have three states. One is the initial state, which is where you will be entering the city name with approve or reject. Then, if it is approved, it will go to approved state. Otherwise, if it is rejected, it will go to the reject state. Once it is approved, then the approved form actually has a place where the driver's name will be entered. And this driver's name, once the driver's name is entered, then if you complete the form, it will go to the next state, which is the right status form, where the driver can just enter some kind of a right status. So as you can see, I have attached the AI action form. I have also attached the roles here. And then what I need to do is go ahead and fill in the formula builder. Go to expression here, variables, AI action form, single variable. This is the right started boolean. And here I go to operators, click on equals, and then I select boolean, click on save. So now there are three states for this. The bigger question here is, we have the transaction moving smoothly from one state to the other. How do we do the business variable mapping? The business variable mapping is essentially the same. There are a few new concepts, a couple of new concepts that we will introduce in this. One of the things you would have noted is in this entire state-based transaction, I've not added any buttons. You are free to add buttons, add TS insert update, and do the business variable mapping. The reason I have not done it is I wanted to introduce another concept. So here we go to the business variable mapping. Once again, we take a transaction code. We pick up single variables. We select city name string here because that is the one that will be there in the init form. Click on done, click on add. Here we select self.tcid and here we select city name. We have city name string here. We click on save all. So what will happen is the moment it finishes the process, this data will get inserted into the DB. Of course, this is the point I wanted to stress upon. We do not have a button here with TS insert update. So this must be changed to TS start. Go ahead and save all. So this is how business variable mapping is done. The only change being to TS start. Then for each of the states, we can do independently the business variable mapping. We go to AI design. We go here to states. If it is the approved state and we want to map the driver name, then we click on the business variable mapping here. Process is pretty much the same. Transaction code, single variable, click on driver name string, click on done, click on add, set base table ID, self.tcid, transaction code. Here we get the driver name. I might not have attached the right variable. Let's quickly go back and check that. Sorry about that. And right status form. Check. Oh yeah, it is seller name. So we go here, states and rules, update right status state, approved state. We go here, transaction code, single variable. We take the driver name, click on done, click on add. Here we click on self.tcid. We go back here, and the variable name was seller name. So seller name string. And here, since we are not using button, we will not use event driven. In this case, we can select after completion. So once this state is completed, then this data, this insert command will be triggered. Go ahead and click on save all, and we are good to go. So now what will happen is when we go and execute this, this data will be available in the transaction code. So let's run this. We go to training, states demo, city name is Bengaluru. We click on approve, right, click on start. It goes here. Here we have the second state. As soon as we enter the driver name, we can see right started being clicked, and we click on complete. It goes to the next state, which is a final state, right, completed. And yeah, this state we haven't done the business variable mapping. That would be a good practice exercise for you. And we click on complete.